I've added one small thing into my meal planning routine that has made a huge difference. Less stress, more fun in the kitchen. It's tagging my recipes, and I'll show you my method in this video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Ashley. This is Mindful Money, where we talk about organizing our finances and building good habits. I have struggled with my grocery spending, and meal planning is the thing that I have found that has the biggest impact while still being easy enough that I actually keep up with it. So if you want a little bit more control over your grocery spending and to stop dreading the question, what should we have for dinner? This is my simple routine. I start with a refrigerator and pantry inventory and clear out. I'll go through the refrigerator and see if there are any leftovers that have maybe sat around for a little bit too long, if I'm out of any staples, and if there are any ingredients I want to prioritize using up. As I'm pulling things out, this is a great time to wipe down the shelves that have inevitably gotten a little bit messy during the week. After that, I'll look through the pantry and see if there's anything I want to make sure to use in my meal plan. I love doing this because 1, saving money and not being wasteful. 2, feel like it gives me a little bit of direction so I'm not starting my meal plan from scratch each week. 3, it feels so good to get home from the grocery store to a clean fridge, and it makes restocking the shelves go so much faster. Today I found some teriyaki sauce, some potatoes, and a new spice mix that I want to incorporate into my plan. Next up, I select my recipes and build my grocery list. Apps make this so easy. I have used and liked AnyList. I'm currently testing out Plan to Eat. And I think if you watch Fun Money with Ben B and Kelly, that's the live show that we have once a month, they have a list of all the different meal planning apps the YNAB team uses. I will ask them and I will include it in the description box. I'm still pretty new to Plan to Eat, but I imported a lot of my most made meals. And here's the new addition to my meal planning routine, the concept of brainless crowd pleasers. I learned about this idea from author Kendra Adachi. Here's how Kendra defines it. A meal that requires very little brain power to make and is generally pleasing to everyone eating it. Everything counts, from frozen pizza to roasted salmon, so long as your brain and people are happy. I love this so much. Brainless crowd pleasers make cooking, especially during the week, so much easier. To me, it's a meal that both me and my husband enjoy, that either one of us can make, and that I can listen to something like a podcast in the background, so it's not taking my full intention to make the meal. This is just one other thing that has shown me that meal planning doesn't have to be this big, terrible task. I used to build it up in my mind, but I realized I like the same few things for breakfast. I'm fine to cycle through those, and I love leftovers. So as long as I make good decisions for dinner, I will have lunch for the next day. So maybe I make a big pasta meal, a big salad and soup, because those are such great leftover lunch options. I used to think that liking to cook meant making new recipes all of the time, but there are days where I simply want the win of getting something good on the table for dinner. And having those brainless crowd pleasers to pull from give me more energy for maybe the next night, wanting to try something new. And when I make that new recipe, I think about it. How did it go? How expensive was it to make? Did we both like it? Was there a lot of cleanup involved? And if it passes all those tests, I'll add it to my brainless crowd pleaser tag in Plan to Eat. And I love having that tag and being able to see everything together to pull from. I also have a fancy tag. These are meals that require a little bit extra work. They're definitely more expensive, but that Jeremy really likes. So they're a special occasion to me, but I'll also add a couple in every month for a little bit of fun. But that's a great thing about meal planning and learning your family's go-to meals. I know the rough cost of these without having to do a bunch of calculations. If you want to get more granular, break down your grocery budget into weeks. This is how it looks in the budgeting app I use, YNAB. If you told me I had $400 to spend on groceries for the month, that first trip to the grocery store would be a lot of fun. There might be some impulse purchases in the bakery. Pokemon and Mandalorian cookies have come home with me on more than one occasion. But if I'm looking at only my week total, this helps me to spend more evenly and not end the month running on fumes. This method of looking at the week paired with something like curbside pickup, grocery delivery, or simply pulling in your grocery list into your grocery store's app is incredible, because as long as you stick to that list, you'll know your total before you even go to check out. Now I'll add the meals to my planner. I'm not super strict with this. If it comes to Thursday night and we decide we'd rather have Friday night's dinner, we'll make the swap. If you do things digitally, that's super easy. If you are a pen and paper person, I have scratched things out. You can also use page flags to make moving things around a little bit neater. When we get back from the store or the groceries get delivered, I might do some minimal prepping. I go through phases with prepping. Right now, I'm pretty much only washing, chopping veggies. I might make a big thing of my favorite salad dressing. In one of my first ever YNAB videos, I think I talked about my love of this dressing. I think I've made it pretty much every single week since. If you would like to try it too, I will have a link in the description box. And if you liked this video, check out this playlist with even more videos to help you save money on food.